Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our party. Tonight we're here to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the New Jersey State Chamber of Commerce. But more than that, we're here to celebrate everything that's good about New Jersey and the country. So, to begin our festivities, I would like to invite one of our board members up, Peter Hovnanian, who's a principal with J.S. Hovnanian & Sons, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Peter? All I can say about tonight is one big wow. When I look out in this room and see 625 people who are the leaders of business and government in New Jersey, I just say a big wow. So thank you very much for coming and helping us celebrate tonight and celebrating making New Jersey a great place to live and work. Also, one thing we want to do tonight is make sure we honor certain people that have helped us over the years. The New Jersey State Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1911 by a group of New Jersey business luminaries whose name resonate anywhere you are in this state. Some of the founders' last names were Edison, Bamberger, Dryden, McCarter, Roebling, Freelandhausen. You've heard them all. We say on our website that the State Chamber was founded by New Jersey business to fight for New Jersey business. That is as true today as it was in 1911. In fighting that fight over the years, we've had great support from the political leaders of both parties, many of whom are here tonight. And we've had tremendous support from the business community, and tonight, again, is no exception. On the screen, you will see our diamond sponsors. We have 35 sponsors in all. We have 6 diamond sponsors, and they are Bank of America, Investors Savings Bank, Merck, Prudential Financial, PSE&G, and Wells Fargo. Tonight, our diamond sponsors will help us celebrate the unique and amazing state that New Jersey is. But before we start, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. In 1937, the very first Walk to Washington congressional dinner, there was a photo taken to commemorate the very first dinner. And tonight, since that was a milestone, and this is a milestone, we'd like to take another picture. So over to my left, your right, is a photographer, and he's going to take a number of shots that we hope people in 2111 at the 200th anniversary will look back on and say, there's my great-grandfather or great-grandmother or whomever you are. So we're going to take a few shots, so please look and smile. Is that enough? You done? Okay, he's done. Just remember, this is for prosperity. What's the word? Posterity, not prosperity too, but this is posterity. Thank you. Now I'd like to set the tone for tonight's salute, and I would like to first call up my good friend Bob Doherty, who is the New Jersey State President of Bank of America. Bob?
Good evening. Before I say my remarks tonight, I have to have one confession. I was here about 10 minutes tonight, and I realized that of the 600 plus people in the room, I was the only one in a tuxedo. So I paid the valet $20 for this time. So I can have a good laugh, even when I'm the butt of it. But Tom, thank you for that warm welcome. As president of Bank of America Merrill Lynch, New Jersey, and as a member of the board and a member of the executive committee, and as a lifelong New Jersey resident, it gives me great pleasure to be here tonight to help celebrate the 100th anniversary of the New Jersey State Chamber. New Jersey is a great place to live and work, and I've born and raised here, and I've taken full advantage of it. I've born and raised in Bergen County. I've hiked in Sussex County. I've been to the top of the Statue of Liberty, which is in the New Jersey side of the water. I've cheered for Springsteen and Bon Jovi and Sting at all of our performing arts centers. I've cheered for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and I've eaten saltwater taffy down the shore, as we say it in New Jersey. And I've also probably been in bumper-to-bumper traffic on every highway getting somewhere in New Jersey. But perhaps most importantly, I've answered proudly when anyone has asked me where I live and work, that I live and work in New Jersey. And I say proudly because it's truly a great state. We're a hub of pharmaceutical and medical technology. Despite my joke about the highways, we've got superior transportation assets with two of the biggest and busiest seaports in the world. We've got more scientists and engineers per square mile than any other place in the world. We've got a fantastic network of colleges and universities yielding a highly educated, work-ready employee base. And we're also a state rich in culture with world-class art galleries, museums, and performing arts centers. So I'm proud to be at Bank of America, which is the state's largest bank, and that we've had a presence here for over 70 years, and all of our major business lines are represented. We've made significant investments in the business community and the not-for-profit community, helping to fuel economic growth. We're a very active member of the Chamber and a very enthusiastic supporter. So on behalf of the 12,000 plus Bank of America Merrill Lynch employees in the state who live and work here and love New Jersey, I offer our congratulations to the New Jersey State Chamber on your 100th anniversary. Next year, black tie.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, if we are going to celebrate New Jersey being a great place, I think we have to acknowledge the election of Chris Christie as a true turning point in beginning the process of restoring fiscal health to the state. I've had the opportunity to speak a few times, and I've said there are 4 significant events that have molded the business community into what it's becoming in New Jersey. 2005, the voters of New Jersey voted to elect a lieutenant governor. 2009, Chris Christie picks Kim Guadagno as his running mate. 2009, also, the voters of New Jersey were smart enough to elect the Christie-Guadagno ticket to head the state of New Jersey. And then immediately thereafter, our governor, Chris Christie, appointed Kim Guadagno to head the economic development, pro-business, pro-growth initiatives of New Jersey. I think his appointment of Kim Guadagno as his advocate and point of contact for the business community was a sheer stroke of genius, and I hope you all agree with that. I would like to bring to the podium 2 executives from Wells Fargo, another one of our diamond sponsors who would have more to say about this, and our Lieutenant Governor, Kim Guadagno. Please welcome Lucia DiNapoli Gibbons, Regional President, Northern New Jersey, and Brenda Ross Dulon, Regional President, Southern New Jersey for Wells Fargo.
Good evening, everyone. This is the outfit that I came in. This is the outfit that Lucia came in. We did not change, and this is what we're wearing for the rest of the evening. It is such an honor for me to be here this evening representing Wells Fargo at this exciting celebration of New Jersey's 100th anniversary. And I want to say just personally, it is such an honor for me to be on the board of the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce at such an auspicious time in this organization's history. This is such an incredible milestone, and certainly on behalf of Wells Fargo, I want to take a moment and congratulate Tom, the Chamber staff, and certainly all of the former executives of the Chamber for their leadership, because your leadership certainly has been instrumental to the success of the Chamber. So please join me in congratulating all of the New Jersey State Chamber board members, staff, and certainly to Tom for your leadership.
So it's our privilege tonight to introduce Lieutenant Governor Kim Guadagno, who has been so amazingly visible, so approachable, and so supportive of New Jersey businesses that she really hardly needs an introduction. Let me add one more so accessible. I was at a business partners roundtable at the phenomenal New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark, New Jersey, yes, and she was talking to 150 business leaders of the state of New Jersey, and she gave everyone her cell phone number. I thought the woman was nuts. But that's someone who's really committed to what she does. So as New Jersey's first lieutenant governor, she's done an amazing job improving the state's economic viability and sustainability by letting the world know that New Jersey is open for business and it's business friendly. She chairs the Red Tape Review Committee, which engages in an ongoing review and reform of the state's regulatory practices, and this is really important. During her first year in office, this committee was responsible for a 66% decrease in the number of proposed regulations compared to the same period the year before. She's really serious about her commitment.
And she also operates the Business Action Center, a one-stop shop for business retention, attraction, and expansion. And more importantly, this Business Action Center, operating since the fall of 2010, get this, because of their proactive approach, more than 31,000 new jobs have been brought to New Jersey and the retention of 20,000 more jobs. That deserves a round of applause. Let me just say this. Governor Christie certainly picked the right woman for the right job for the right time.
Absolutely, Brenda. Kim Guadagno was an inspired choice to become New Jersey. Hold on, I got just a couple more things. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Hold on. A lawyer for 28 years. All right. She's had an amazingly distinguished career in public service. Federal prosecutor, assistant New Jersey Attorney General, law professor, first woman to be elected sheriff in Monmouth County, and a wife and mother of 3 sons. Listen, as women, I speak often to other women, and I often tell them, having it all is a myth. This woman has it all and has done all. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Oh, come on. You guys know better than that. All right, Tom? Hold on 1 second. I have to make one point. We're trying to go back to this. There it is. What's wrong with that picture? Come on. Come on. 100 years ago today, we could not vote. 100 years ago today, a woman could not be a member of the Chamber of Commerce. So I just want to congratulate you, Tom, on the progress you have made in the last 100 years. Fabulous. I couldn't resist. I could not resist because we have come a long way. And I'm not going to say a long way in 100 years. I'm going to say we've come a long way in 22 months. Because I was given just 5 minutes to speak today, I am going to talk about what we've done in the last 22 months together. Because you heard from my resume, I don't know a thing about the world you live in. I don't. I'm a prosecutor. I spent 30 years as a lawyer. I don't know what you do. So when I was told by this governor that I was going to be in charge of economic development, you all know my governor. You do what he tells you to do. And so I turned to the Chamber of Commerce. At that time, it was Dennis Bone. Where are you, Dennis? Right over here. And I asked Dennis what it is we had to do to revitalize business in New Jersey, because my attitude was that if I could convince you in this room that things had changed, then I would be able to go out across the country and convince the rest of the country that things had changed. So standing up here and looking around the room at all of the people I've had a chance to talk to, I know things have changed, and we've changed it because of the advice I got from the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber told me to lower business taxes, so we did. $185 million last year. The Chamber told us that property taxes were too high in New Jersey, so we addressed it with a 2% property tax cut, levy. I'm sorry, flat tax. Ooh, in a bipartisan way. I'll get it out. And the chamber then told me that we had to do something to convince you in this room that we were serious about the concept that we didn't like businesses in New Jersey. So the thing I decided to do is, as you have already heard, I thought there would be no better way of sending you a message that we in Trenton understood that you needed some access to the elected public officials, and that you needed access to answers, and that you needed access to people that could change the outcome of some of the problems that were facing you. So, no lie, maybe the first time I gave this speech 22 months ago, I thought, what better way to show you that things had changed in Trenton than to hand out my cell phone number? So ever since I did that, one, it made the point. You know, I am your elected public official. You do pay for that cell phone number. But more importantly, it sent a message to you that things really had changed when it came to business in New Jersey. Now, how many people have my cell phone number? That's it. All right. For those of you that don't have my cell phone number, ask the person next to you, and they will give it to you. My attitude is very simple. Working together with the Chamber of Commerce, we have been able to change the way people perceive New Jersey. And I know it helps to have our governor at the helm, but I like to think it's us. I like to think people are talking about New Jersey because we've taken your advice to heart, that we need to lower taxes, we need to give people access, we need to get out of your way as a Trenton bureaucrat, and we do that every day in Trenton now. So because of the Chamber of Commerce, because directly of the Chamber of Commerce, I think that we have been successful in this administration and in New Jersey as a whole in creating nearly 50,000 private sector jobs in the last 22 months, just simply because we listened. And I thank you for that opportunity, because I don't know that we could have done as much as we have done in the last 22 months without the help of the likes of Dennis Bone and Tom Bracken and all of the people that support the Chamber of Commerce. So I do want to say thank you. And if there's any doubt in your mind that it is working, that the Chamber of Commerce has revitalized New Jersey and revitalized the state of the economy in New Jersey, then you don't have to believe me. Although I'd like to think that you would. You don't have to believe me. Just look at the companies that are staying in New Jersey now and growing in New Jersey. This morning I did a ribbon cutting for a business called SHI. They do something in the clouds. All I know is they took a building that had been empty for 10 years, 450,000 square feet, and they are now putting 1,000 people in it in Franklin Township. And they're staying and growing. They are a woman-owned company, I might add. That's for you, Sherry. Right? And they went from $1 million in 1989 to $3 billion this year, with a projection of 25% growth over the next year. And they're staying here in New Jersey. Panasonic, Church & Dwight, Bayer, Novo Nordisk, all of those companies in the last 22 months have committed not just to New Jersey for the short term, not for this administration or even the next administration, but for generations. And it's all because of the work that Dennis and Tom and the Chamber of Commerce has been able to bring to our administration and to my desk in particular. So I wanted to say thank you to all of you, but particularly thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for being so good at what you do and for being so open-minded and welcoming to me so that I can take your good work on the road. With your help, and I know I'm singing to the choir right now, but with your help, we'll continue this progress in the years to come. All I ask you now is to not only, as members of the choir, to talk to yourselves, go out and talk to your customers, your clients, and your vendors. Because if you go out and talk to your clients, your customers, and your vendors, we will be able to lower that unemployment rate, and we will be able to put more people in New Jersey back to work, and that is my job. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Chamber of Commerce.
We were very fortunate to have our Lieutenant Governor at our Centennial Kickoff event last December at K&L Gates when the Chamber unveiled the new business charter that will define how we're going to do business in the next century. Lieutenant Governor Guadagno signed the new charter in a role as New Jersey's Secretary of State, and since that evening we've had every member of the Chamber leadership, every member of our Board of Directors sign this charter. And I'd like to present it to the Lieutenant Governor tonight for, I guess you're going to put it into the State Archives. And we are very appreciative of you doing that. And again, thank you for all you have done for the business community and all you will do. And we look very much to helping you forward your agenda and pro-business and pro-growth. Thank you. Of all the names linked with the founding of the State Chamber of Commerce, none is more recognizable than Thomas Alva Edison. Edison's legacy, of course, transcends the State Chamber in New Jersey. And here are a few moments reflecting on the legacy that will be talked about by our third diamond sponsor, Vaughn McCoy, president of PSE&G Foundation. Vaughn?
It's always tough to follow the Lieutenant Governor. She's still here. But I want to go back to that picture that you showed around the table. Okay? I want to go back to that picture. Not that one. You know, the Knights of the Round Table one. The one on the round table. Can we get it? We're going to get there. Ah, that's the picture. What is wrong with that picture? The fact that I'm standing here today is evidence also that the Chamber has obviously changed in 100 years. And so on behalf of PSCG and our 10,000 employees, you know, Ralph LaRosa sent me a note today. He couldn't be here tonight. And whenever Ralph says, Vaughn, I have a great opportunity for you, I know what that means. And he says, Vaughn, I got a great opportunity for you. I said, what is it, Ralph? I can't make it tonight. I need you to deliver the remarks, you know, on behalf of the company, so no problem. Well, happy birthday to the Chamber, and I think, you know, we owe the Chamber a debt of gratitude because, as many of you know, our company's founder, Thomas McCarter, was one of the original signers that established the Chamber. And so as New Jersey's oldest utility, 108 years old, we are proud to salute Thomas Edison, who's the father of our industry. As you know, he gave so much to the world, the incandescent light bulb, the phonograph, the motion pictures, and so many other inventions that improved the quality of life for all of us. In New Jersey, he made his home in Menlo Park and in Edison and in West Orange. But I think more than that, I think what he established New Jersey as is the innovation state, where great ideas are translated into business success. We want New Jersey to be the business incubator for the world. And it's now more than ever that we want New Jersey to remain highly competitive in areas like solar energy, energy efficiency, and other parts of the economy. I cannot tell you how proud we were as a company when we were last year named as the Edison Electric Institute Award for reflecting our efforts in addressing the pressing needs of New Jersey and the economy. Hopefully our children will take a page from Edison and build a brighter future that all of us can imagine. Thank you very much.
Vaughn, thank you very much. The Edison legacy has been a positive for New Jersey during the entire century that the Chamber has been in existence. Credit goes to the Edison family. They have helped keep Thomas Edison's idea of inspiration and innovation alive in New Jersey, and as a result, our state has had a history of innovation second to none in the country. I would like to recognize three special guests who are here with us tonight. These three special guests are Thomas Edison's great-grandchildren, Dr. Elizabeth Sloan Egeman, David Edison Sloan, and Haywood Edison Sloan, and I would like them to come forward and accept certificates of appreciation from the Chamber.
Well, from the family, we'd like to wish this august body a happy birthday as well. There have been an awful lot of changes in that circle above there, and they're all for the good, not just in the numbers, not just in the gender, and not just in the race. The diversity is the sort of thing that really builds a strong organization. Happy birthday.
Before we take a break for dinner, I would like to sincerely thank our Platinum corporate sponsors for their support tonight. AAA Midlantic, Ernst & Young, Horizon, JCP&L, TD Bank, Verizon, and Witham Smith & Brown PC. Their logos are on the screen, and thank you very much. That video that we just showed, a little unique. You just saw how people in Thomas Edison's time envisioned the future and how they thought technology and innovation would transform everyday life. Obviously, they did not get a lot of it right. Thank goodness we don't have a bunch of pistol-wielding robots around today. What the video does capture correctly, I think, is the excitement that innovation sparks in the human imagination. It tears away boundaries and makes us believe anything is possible. While the video we just saw was equal parts of fantasy and fantastic, the real impact of innovation in the 20th century turned out to be more fantastic than any Hollywood screenwriter could have dreamed. An incredible amount of it occurred right here in the Garden State. I would like to introduce our next two Diamond sponsors who have a few quick reflections on what innovation has meant to New Jersey and what New Jersey's innovation has meant to the world. Please welcome Dominic Kama, Senior Executive Vice President, Investors Bank, and Robert Silberg, Director of Government Affairs at Merck.
Thank you, Tom. Hello. I'm so pleased to be here tonight. I'm pleased to be and proud of the role that Investors Bank is playing in your 100th anniversary celebration. We congratulate you, your board of directors, and all of those who have tirelessly worked and volunteered to promote the business climate here in our great state. New Jersey is welcoming to businesses. In addition to 20 Fortune 500 companies with headquarters here, more than 1,100 multinational companies representing 40 nations do business in our state, taking advantage of our financial markets, our workforce, our seaports and airports, our communication infrastructure, and of course our elite research universities. You know, the last few years have certainly presented its share of economic challenges nationwide, and as we hear almost daily, worldwide. And while New Jersey has had its share, and while New Jersey has had its challenges, those challenges pale in comparison to other parts of the country. I attribute New Jersey's success to innovation. You see, succeeding in any economy takes innovation. Did you know that since 1977, when the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office began tracking state-by-state data, New Jersey-based residents and business acquired more than 115,000 patents, outpacing every state except California. Creating an environment that fosters innovation is critical to a competitive business climate and to economic growth. It's no secret that being an innovative, friendly state attracts research and investment, provides incentive to expand, creates jobs, and leads to products that improve our quality of life. Who can dispute the impact some of those innovations created right here in New Jersey have had on our everyday life? How would you dance to the sounds of Hoboken's own Frank Sinatra and my favorite, Summer Wind, without the phonograph, invented right here in New Jersey? Well, let me ask you, where would you have taken your first date on a Saturday night had it not been for motion pictures? Or what would you take home as a souvenir from Atlantic City? Yes, that's right, saltwater taffy created right here in New Jersey. And of course, as we've been reminded oh so often lately, with Hurricane Irene and the latest freak storm of October 29th, where would we be without perhaps the most famous of Thomas Edison's innovations, the electric light bulb? Hopefully by now, those of you affected by the storm have your power back on and your lights. As we look into the future and wonder about our energy sources, you should know that New Jersey leads the effort in solar energy development. New Jersey recognizes that providing incentives to businesses for solar installations will provide those businesses with efficient energy resources, which translate into reduced costs for power, which translates into more profits for business. Right here in New Jersey, over a 10-year period, solar installations have grown from 6 in 2001 to almost 12,000 at the end of the third quarter of this year. Investors Bank has become a leading provider of solar technology financing with an experienced and knowledgeable staff. As the third largest bank based here in New Jersey, with a strong commitment to helping New Jersey businesses prosper, Investors Bank is proud to be a part of New Jersey innovation. Once again, I congratulate you and thank you for allowing investors to be part of this centennial celebration. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Robert Silberg, Director of Government Relations for Merck.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go off script, but I'm old enough, so Merck can't do too much to me if I go off script. But basically, that one picture you had up there of those gentlemen sitting around the table, I'm not going to ask you to bring it up again, but some of them had hypertension, some of them had dementia, some of them probably had ulcers, some of them, their wives had osteoporosis, some of them had diabetes, and I guarantee that there was a majority of those people that probably died at 55 years old. Based on my family history, I shouldn't be here. Of course, some of my competitors would probably be happy if I wasn't. But basically, what I'm saying is that the pharmaceutical industry, many of the drugs that keep all of us alive here and keep, more important, the quality of life going, were developed in New Jersey. And I think we should all give a hand about that. And here's some statistics. I'm not going to talk about Merck. I'm going to talk about the industry in New Jersey. You have one, from a trade association point of view, you have, of course, the Chamber of Commerce, and congratulations, but you also have the Healthcare Institute of New Jersey, and you also have our Pharma Task Force. And these two groups, along working with the Chamber, have been instrumental in keeping this industry viable, and everybody in this room and the legislators have done a great job doing this. Now, there's a couple things. 24 of the largest drug companies are based in New Jersey. New Jersey is the place to come to start a company. We've seen companies from China recently come in. We've seen companies from Denmark recently come in. We have one company from the Netherlands that's considering coming here. We have an economic impact of $30 billion on New Jersey economy. We employ 55,000 people, and they're good-paying jobs. And basically, although there is somewhat of an implosion, somewhat of the drug companies, I see the next 5 or 6 years things getting much better. We're responsible for nearly 76,000 spin-off jobs. We've awarded $4.6 billion in vendor contracts. I think New Jersey is the place to be if you're in the pharmaceutical or the bio industry. So again, thank you very much.
Just to tell you a little bit about innovation, you're looking at a guy who uses the wallet that he's had since college. And I know I've worked with a lot of people in this room. I know a lot of people in this room. So you know innovation is hit because I now use an iPad. Very, very unique for me, but I'm addicted to it. So innovation is a good thing. Thank you, Dominic, and thank you, Robert. Before we move to our last segment of the evening, I want to thank this evening's gold sponsors for their support of the event tonight. They are, I believe they're up there now, Aetna, AT&T, Berkeley College, Birdsall Services Group, Capital One, Comcast, Eisner Amper LLP, ETS, Flexline, Gibbons PC, Lazarus Worley, Lowenstein Sandler, New Jersey American Water, New Jersey Resources, Panasonic Corporation of North America, South Jersey Industries, UMDNJ, United Water, and Weiser Mazers. This event could not happen without your support. Thank you very, very much. Making New Jersey a great place to live and work could not happen without strong state leadership, both political and business. Earlier tonight, we saluted Lieutenant Governor Kim Guadagno for her work supporting the business community. But she is not alone in this. I would like to introduce Brian Clymer, Senior Vice President of External Affairs for Prudential, our sixth diamond sponsor, to continue this thought. Brian?
I'm aware that Jeff and I are all that stands between all of you and the dessert table. But Tom had indicated that he wanted to make sure everyone digested their dinner, so he's given me, is it 45 minutes, Tom, to make my remarks. But if I have to filibuster, I'm going to yield to Governor Byrne. But I'm pleased to be here on behalf of Prudential to join your centennial celebration. Prudential's relationship with the State Chamber goes back the full 100 years of its existence. In Tom's opening comments this evening, he mentioned some of the illustrious business leaders who helped establish the Chamber, and I'm proud to say that one of those leaders was Forrest Dryden. His father, John Fairfield Dryden, founded Prudential in a basement office in downtown Newark. And at that time, we were the first company in the United States to make life insurance available to the working class. Our iconic Rock of Gibraltar, to this day, reflects the strength and security that we give to our customers. And while a lot has changed over the last 100 years, what has not changed is our commitment to the future of this great state. And that's a consistent theme here tonight. The many ways in which we all consider New Jersey to be a great place to live and work. We thank the people of New Jersey, Lieutenant Governor Guadagno, our business leaders, inventors, artists, and even some of the institutions that have helped paint the canvas that is life in New Jersey. I think it's appropriate now that we spend a few moments thanking the people who have served where the buck stops. The men and women who led New Jersey from its modest origins to becoming one of the largest and most productive economies in the world. And if you think rough and tumble politics is something relatively new in New Jersey, you couldn't tell that to our first governor, Philip Carteret. He was appointed in the 1680s while North America was part of the British Empire. It seems the King of England decided to split the colony of New York into two separate colonies. Well, the governor of New York did not take too kindly to the king's decision, because it meant he would have to share with New Jersey the lucrative import duties collected at the ports of New York. Notice that they called them import duties. Even 400 years ago, politicians had euphemisms for taxes. Now, in 1680, there was no port authority to settle any disputes between New York and New Jersey. So the New York governor sent a bunch of ruffians across the river to threaten Carteret with bodily harm if he did not abdicate as New Jersey governor. When Carteret courageously refused, the ruffians made good on their threat. They beat up Carteret, hauled him back to New York, and tossed him in jail. Suffice to say that the lineage from Carteret to Christie is a history lover's paradise that I won't regale you with tonight, although I certainly could. Our great state was built by the likes of war heroes, innovators, inventors, and past presidents. And included in that long line of talent, and joining us here tonight, is a former New Jersey assemblyman who also served in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1975 to 1990. He's a former Navy man and a one-time boxer. Too bad he wasn't around to help Governor Carteret. He was elected the 49th governor of New Jersey in 1989. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand to Governor James Florio. I think it's fair to say that our other honored guest with us tonight is truly larger than life. Before serving his 2 terms as governor, he was a prosecutor, president of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, and a Superior Court judge. Since his service as governor, he's been a trustee at Princeton University, served as first chair of the U.S. Marshals Foundation, and served on the advisory board for the National Judicial College. He's also a director on various corporate boards. He was deservedly elected to the New Jersey Hall of Fame and is likely more active than anyone I know, except maybe Ruthie. So here is the 47th governor of the state of New Jersey, Brendan Byrne, and his wife Ruthie. Prudential is proud to recognize Governor Florio and Governor Byrne, and in fact all of our state's past governors, for their tremendous leadership to the success of the state of New Jersey. So we thank you for the opportunity to be here. Tom, I think I'm about 41 minutes short of my obligation, but thank you all very much.
Former treasurers are supposed to be short and sweet, Brian, so you accomplished that. Thank you very much, Brian. And on behalf of the State Chamber, also let me thank former Governor Byrne, former Governor Florio for their presence here tonight. It means a lot to us to have you here. You had great interaction with the Chamber the years you were in leadership in New Jersey, and it's always a pleasure to see both of you. In addition to the strong political leadership, the state of New Jersey has been blessed with strong business leadership. To close out, you all like that, right? To close out tonight's program, I would like to call up our current chairman of the board, Jeff Scheininger, to recognize those leaders who have helped make New Jersey Chamber of Commerce the premier organization it is. Jeff?
Thank you, Tom, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know that dessert is about to be served, and Brian, my speech is only about 35 minutes long, so I'm sure everyone will be able to just hang in there and wait. You know, I remember my first chamber board meeting. Chairman Joe Semrod presided, and a New Jersey State Police helicopter landed on the roof of the Merck building and brought Governor Whitman to speak to us. Needless to say, it made quite an impression. Subsequent meetings did not match the pageantry that first meeting provided, but they more than made up for it in substance. We were asked to weigh in on topics and contribute on issues that were vitally important to the state of New Jersey. For me, as a small businessman, it was a revelation. I felt then, and I feel now, that it is an honor to participate and contribute to this organization's efforts. The New Jersey Chamber of Commerce is a unique and vibrant platform for leadership. Through the years, I have watched chamber board chairs and presidents use this platform to effectively fight for policies that have helped our state's business community expand opportunities and create a better quality of life for all New Jerseyans. Many of those chamber leaders are with us tonight. Sitting at the Verizon table is my immediate predecessor, Dennis Bone. And sitting right here in front are two former board chairs, Ann Esterbrook and Al Copy was supposed to be here, I'm sorry. Also here at our celebration tonight are Tom's two most recent predecessors as president of the State Chamber, Joan Verplanck and Bill Faraday. I would like to invite you all to come over here to the side of the platform, and Tom and I have some gifts that we'd like to give you as a memento of our great respect for you and all that you've contributed to the State Chamber. Dennis, Ann, Al, Joan, Bill, thank you again for your leadership. Today, Tom and I follow many of the trails that these people have blazed. On a somber note, please join me in remembering Bill Payne, a longtime chamber employee and good friend who was taken from us all too soon this past year. His wife, Polly, is with us tonight. If I may, if I could have just a moment of silence to remember Bill. Thank you. Polly, please know that we miss him, and also know that we have started a fellowship in his name at the State Chamber. I would also like to say a word of thanks to Tom. He has served as both a board chair and now as chamber president, and he has worked tirelessly to position the chamber as a champion of New Jersey and the pro-growth strategies and initiatives that this state needs to get back on its feet. The board and I look forward to working with you and building it together on the legacy of success of our predecessors. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be pleased to know I'm no longer in the way of you and the dessert table. Thanks for coming.
But I'm in the way, and one of the things I'm going to do is give Jeff one of these light bulbs as the current chair, and you still have a year and a half to go. Probably seems to me like 4 years, but you know, we'll get there.
I never said it'd be easy.
Inside joke. Thank you, Jeff. A couple of thank yous I want to shout out, a couple of shout outs here. First of all, to our board of directors. Would the board of directors who are in attendance please stand up? By far and away the best board of any organization in the state of New Jersey, and we could not be doing what we were doing without their support, so I thank you very much for that. Secondly, to the people that do all the work for the chamber, would all the chamber employees, both current and past, please stand up and be recognized? Ladies? This is a lean organization, and these people work extremely hard, and without them, we would have no results at all. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you do every single day. Also, let me thank NJ Biz, who has been our partner putting this together tonight. Is Tom Curtin and his team still here? Tom, stand up with your team, please. NJ Biz has brought the same level of dedication to this event tonight as they do to the 15,000 readers they provide their magazine to every week. If you don't read NJ Biz, you don't know anything about New Jersey, and I would highly recommend you become a subscriber because I read it religiously, and I think most people in this room do. Tonight has been a very special anniversary for us. And speaking of special anniversaries, I just want to remind everybody that we have another significant event coming up in January of next year, 2012. January 26th and 27th is the diamond anniversary of our Walk to Washington. The 75th year we've had our Walk to Washington. I hope all of you will take advantage of it. We have our Governor, Chris Christie, committed as our keynote speaker, which will make it a very exciting event. We hope you sign up. You'll start to see the notices on it soon. I just want to say one final word. I want all of you to know what an honor it is for me to be entrusted to carry on the leadership of this great organization. When I passed the chairman's gavel on to Bill Marino at the end of my term in 2007, I said that being the chairman of the State Chamber of Commerce was one of the great highlights of my business career and was extremely humbling. And the reason I said that is because the chairman of this organization is elected to lead the finest business organization in the state by the finest business leaders in the state who are the members of the board. It doesn't get much better than that, and all I can say is that even though that was one of the highlights of my career, being president of this organization has trumped being the chairman. Thank you all for the support that you've given me over the last 9 months. We have a lot more to do. And I know with all of us pulling together with the Lieutenant Governor and the administration and the Governor, we're going to make this state get the state back to the esteem it should have and be one of the top business states in the country. So with that, I want to thank you all. Hope you enjoyed the evening. And where we had the reception before, there's now a very, very elaborate dessert buffet that I hope you take advantage of and continue your networking. Thank you very much for coming tonight.